Hi, everybody. I'm here. I'm so sorry. Good evening to everybody. I'm seeing 512 people on the live stream. Welcome to Virtual Assistant University and Virtualasting, and welcome to our day one of the training. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay. From what I know, we have like 1,000 sign up, 1,700 signups, but we have 535 people right now. Okay. I'm so excited to, start our training. Okay. All right. So, good evening again. My name is Judy Kimberly Ralias, and I'm the CEO of Virtualasting.com, which is an outsourcing company for virtual assistants in the Philippines. Okay, so tonight we are starting our batch 3. So it's not our first time actually to start training. In fact, this is the 3rd batch of our online trainings, but I have been training people since 2014, not just in Cebu, from where I'm at, but also in other parts of the country. So, and this is the 3rd batch of our online training. And so far, it's the biggest batch. Although I'm only seeing 542 people online, but that's fine because I've actually been anticipating that. A lot of people would say that they're signing up for something, and then usually on the first day, they drop out because they're not that committed, they forgot, or it's not really something that's important. And that's fine because that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for people who are serious, not because, we want to hire you, not just that, but because imagine wasting so much time on people who are not serious, right? So I'm expecting that in the days to come, there may be 562 people today, but perhaps in the days to come, we're going to drop down to like 400, 300, 200, 100. I don't know, really. You'll have to show me what you've got. But usually it's like that because not everybody has, I guess, the grit to keep doing what's good for them, right? So anyway, okay, so today we're going to do a discussion about, well, it's a 2-part training. First, the first part of our training is going to be, I'm going to introduce you to all there is to becoming a virtual assistant. Okay, in fact, we're going to do a lot of introductions. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce my company. I'm going to introduce my team. They're actually behind me right now. I can see them in the StreamYard studio, and they're like ready to also like go on air if I push their button. But because of course I would like to show everybody my teammates, so that you would also know who to approach if you have problems. Okay, and today we're not just going to introduce about like becoming a virtual assistant. I'm also going to be discussing all about what kind of clients we're going to have as virtual assistants, how you can make sure that you start embodying the kind of virtual assistant that you should be, so that you will have, 0 chances of being jobless, I guess. And aside from that, it's so cold. It's just so cold. And aside from that, we're also, because I'm very much aware that we all have like really limited attention spans. So at the end of, like, after all these introduction parts, we're also going to have our very first technical topic, which is data mining and lead generation. And we're also going to have immediately a test and an activity. Okay, so it's a lot. So I hope you hang in there. I hope you have your coffee. I hope you have your Red Bull, Coke, or just water, like me. Just water. So okay, I'm gonna look at my notes. I'm hoping that there will be more people. I hope that some people understood the instructions, because I had no chill about the instructions. So anyway, before anything else, I would like to welcome everybody. I know that we have actually, been announcing and doing the live streams leading up to this. And it's not because we're trying to hype it, but because we want to make sure that everybody is prepared. Okay. So the first thing is I want to set some house rules for this training. Okay. So my first house rule is I want to see all of you to take care of yourselves. Okay. I want you to be responsible. I want you to remember that although I can be your friend and I can really be chill, but I have no chill for people who will demand for like VIP attention, okay? It's just not the way that I'm wired, because I'm a very busy person, and I hope you understand that, okay? And I want you to look out for yourselves, meaning through the duration of the next 15 days, I want you to never expect that somebody's going to cut you some slack, or to baby you, or to coddle you, or to, like, I don't know, because I'm not a kindergarten teacher. I'm not your mother. I am not your best friend. I'm not your girlfriend. I am not your wife, or I'm not your dog. Okay, so I want you to understand that this is a 15-day training condensing around 10 years of my experience in all these other things. And you can expect that it's not a simple training. It's gonna be tough, and it's not for everybody. Okay, I'm seeing some angry person here. Charame Tantay, are you angry? I'm so sorry that you're angry. I am very frank, and it's just the way I operate. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear, because I no longer want to like get irritated in Slack, because I want you to understand it's not because I am being a bee, but because I'm here to facilitate. But definitely a virtual assistant is somebody who is resourceful, who knows how to read instructions, who knows how to Google things, who knows how to look at frequently asked questions, or why is this happening? Because I can say that a bulk of my experience being like a virtual assistant, a freelancer, is a lot of Googling, a lot of calling customer service and figuring things out, a lot of experimentation, and a lot of, pushing trial and error, pushing all those buttons, okay? Those buttons, in the platform or whatever kind of tools that we're going to be using, they're not going to ruin your computer, okay? So I want you to think about that. You have to use this, okay? Okay, so I also would like to remind everybody to practice proper decorum. I do not tolerate anybody talking badly to me, or I will ban you, or anybody in the team, okay? That's just not the way that we operate here. I have no chill against entitled people, because guys, even if we're giving this training and even if we have that training agreement, I would like to remind everybody that we are not profiteering on this training. In fact, our goal is not to charge you for the training agreement. It's really just because we don't want any entitled people joining us here. And I would like to remind everybody that we do have a choice to hire people who are experienced. It's just a favor that we're giving to people who do not have experience, okay? And so I would like to remind that, because I don't want anybody to feel like they are entitled to boss us around, especially my team, because we are super tired. We're managing so many people, not just in this training, but also our employees. So I hope you understand that, okay? I hope that's clear. And I hope everybody is going to be considerate, because we're a lot in this training. Remember that you're not the only person that is going to be considered, okay? Okay? I hope that's clear. So anyway, okay. For those people who were not present in the live streams, I would like to read the coverage first of our training before I proceed with our first topic, okay? So that you would know what you're going to be expecting in the duration of this training. So today is day 1, and today you're good, as I was saying earlier, this is introduction day, and it's also the day that we're gonna start teaching about lead generation and data mining. Maybe some people here have experience with that, and you're gonna say, like, is that even needed to be, like, do people even need to learn that because it's so easy? Well, you would be surprised, because a lot of clients, like I would say around 90% of clients, would need some sort of data mining task to be done. And this is the most basic thing. And I want to make sure that everybody understands and really does the activity. Okay? Nobody gets, like, if, for example, you have not submitted your work for the first day, you are not able to advance to the next day. If you notice, in our training platform last night, all of the courses were available, right? But then some people gave me feedback earlier on Slack, and they said, I can't find the courses. And it's because we block them out. We want to make sure that it's given incrementally, like per day. And also you are not able to advance when you are not able to submit the work, okay? All right, so our coverage, I'm gonna do my best to be really quick so that we can start. So for our coverage, we have, aside from data mining techniques, we will have a topic on content marketing, affiliate marketing, and email marketing, and monetization, Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, and IGTV, real estate, virtual assistants, Facebook ads, e-commerce, automation, Pinterest, chatbot creation, video editing, ClickFunnels, search engine optimization, copywriting, and prospecting leads. So that's really a lot. In fact, 15 days is so short for all of this. And that's the reason why we need to keep, we need to be fast. And that's also the reason why I want you to put yourselves in this in the shoe of somebody who like is ready for war. Okay, because this is literally not like a nursery class. This is a class wherein if you are not going to be creative, if you're not going to be sharp, if you're not going to be actively listening, like for example, you're just mindlessly listening and like not really paying attention, you might have a hard time, especially that we're a huge group, you know, we might not be able to get to you if you have questions. And that may stop you from like performing at your best ability. Okay, so now let's proceed. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I want to introduce myself. So again, my name is Judy Kimberly Ralias. I'm from Cebu. Virtual Lasting's office is also in Cebu. It's in Avenir Building. It's near IT Park, which is in the, I guess I can say that we're in the middle of Cebu City. When we're in the heart of Cebu City, we're very near to Cebu Business Park, Ayala. We're also pretty much, I guess, very near to the seat of outsourcing. And I wanted to make sure that my office is, you know, in this location because I want to be always in that mindset so that when I look outside, I'm always thinking and I'm always like in that mindset wherein I'm thinking about business, I'm thinking about progress, and I'm thinking about growth. I'm 31 years old. I'm turning 32 this year. And I started my journey in the VA industry back more than 10 years ago. I've worked full time and really like fully into this and started the business around 9 years ago, back in 2011. And at that time, I started my journey as a writer. I don't have like all these technical skills before, but the reason why I've had to learn is because of how tough the job market is. I don't know who here has had a hard time applying for a virtual assistant job. I would like to look at I'm looking at the comments. I want to see who, okay. I want to see comments. Say type number 1 if you had an easy time applying for a home-based job, and number 2 if you had a difficult time applying for a home-based job. I'm seeing a lot of me's. Okay, I presume that these are people who okay. And that is really why, guys, that I started this training, because when I started out, I was a call center agent. I was not a college graduate because I dropped out of college because I'm lazy AF. And my first job was in a call center. Although I was always entrepreneurial, I was always selling stuff when I was in high school and college, but my first job was in the call center. And I think that a lot of you can relate because a lot of us are in the BPO industry, right? And I don't know if the reason why you were curious about starting a home-based career and like curious about getting trained here is because when I when like in my experience, there was a time wherein I got so sick of going to work at night. I remember that I would have to chase a Jeep to get to work because I didn't have a car. And I also found taxis very expensive for my salary. And and then when I get to work, I didn't like I had a hard time because I was always having asthma attacks. I guess maybe because they don't clean out their carpet that well in the office. I don't know. I used to work in Converges. I've also worked in Stream, eTelecare, Aegis People Support. Maybe these are companies that you are familiar with, right? And for some reason, it also made me very unhealthy because that's how I became fat. I started to eating like all times on the in the day because I'm so confused. When's breakfast? When's lunch? When's dinner? And so I will eat all the time. And another thing is, at first I was very excited about the job because when you're new at a job, it's pretty exciting, right? However, as time went by, um, all this pressure about like no, I mean, all this stress about having to go to an office and then at an unholy hour, like I have to be at work at 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. or like 12 midnight and then up to, what was that? 12 to 9 or 12 to 8, something like that. And one day I found myself dragging my feet to work. Like every day I would feel so dreadful because aside from the fact that I have like a hard time sleeping when my neighbors are so noisy and like videoke and like chickens and like everybody talking in the neighborhood, and it's so hot in the morning, it's so hot in the afternoon. Maybe I can just get like 2 hours of sleep, but it just became too much for me. And at the same time, during that time, I heard of my coworkers like always complaining that you know their husband can't work because somebody has to like be with the children, or um, or she has to quit her job because the husband found another job, or like these single mothers who would have to be absent because nobody's going to watch the kids, something like that. And in those years I've been like mulling in my brain, oh my gosh, there must be a better way. There must be a better way that 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 we can all live lives that are easier. Because in my end, I don't know, maybe it was for a selfish reason. Maybe I'm just lazy. My boyfriend at that time told me that, you just want to work at home because you're lazy. Because you want to sleep and you want to just lie down all day. You don't want to go out. And yes, I admit I am a homebody, but um I kept fantasizing about that life. And I even told myself, you know what? If I'm just going to find a home-based job, I'm going to be so happy. And I told myself, that is my dream life. You know, that I can just like do my job and then maybe like eat anything that I want, sleep at whatever time that I want. I don't have to force my TL to give me a sick leave so that I can go to Boracay, something like that. Because, all these little things, like I was starving for a vacation. I wanted to, I guess, sleep in and, be able to still earn money. And at that time, I also heard, some people saying words like home based, like, uh, in Bisaya, it would be, nakakita ako home base, or nakakita ako ng home base, something like that. And I would, it's such a hush-hush conversation. Like, I would go to their workstation and say, what's home base? What's home base? And they would be so silent because they didn't want to share. In fact, I had this friend who was boasting that she's earning like an extra 15,000 on top of her salary because she had a home based. And I was like, what the hell is that home based? And I kept nagging her to tell me, and she wouldn't say until I somehow blackmailed her into something like, tell me which website is that? Because I don't know. And you know what? It turns out that it was just Odesk. So it means that, what I'm trying to say is, from my own experience, nobody really wants to share. Like, nobody wants to share where they got their jobs. Nobody wants to give advice. Like when I ask, so how did you get your job? And then they would say, basta Google lang, i-Google, something like that. And then here I am, like, should I stay or should I go? Like, because I was at the point of my life wherein I would be crying and crying and crying. Like, I was so depressed because I just wanted to quit my job, but then bills, but then, food. Diba? We all have these reasons why we have to stay in a job, even if it's literally killing us. And for me, it was killing my peace of mind. And then came a time wherein my former workplace, I don't want to mention which one because I've mentioned a couple of companies, but then all of a sudden, I don't know, there was this instance that they wouldn't release my commission for something like a technicality. And I've been a top seller in that company for 2 years. And I felt that, oh my gosh, is this the company that I'm going to die for? Because they don't even value me. And at that time, I felt like this is it. I have, like, the moment that I resigned, I have been planning my resignation for 1 year. And I was always like on the fence. Am I going to resign today? Next month na lang. Makuha ko lang yung commission ko. Next month na lang. Ay, Christmas kasi I will pay for my, things like that. And it was always until the pivotal moment that they showed me how much I wasn't valued. I literally did I don't know, I was out the door. And the site director was asking me, like, what did we do? Like, is there a way that we can fix this? And I was like, no. Even if you give me that commission, it's a wake-up call. Because I don't want to stay in a company where I am not valued and where I'm not recognized and not really, like, I don't know, I feel like a seat filler. And so little did I know, because I had already, blackmailed my friend and she told me Odesk. And at that time, I thought it's so easy to get a job online. I'm so sorry sa sa super, ang dami kong mga storytelling. But I want you to understand where I'm coming from because I'm your trainer, okay? And at that time, I was really struggling because I said, I already know the website. I'm going to find that website. And When I went to that website, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a foreign language. They're sending, like, they're bidding for jobs, sending proposals. I'm like, oh my gosh. And at that time, oh my, you cannot imagine. You know how much people are bidding for, like, let's say writing articles. It could be 25 cents. It could be 50 cents. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I do, the wrong decision? Did I just quit my high paying job where I was earning more than 50K for 50 cents? And I was so worried. And I went into this rabbit hole of, like, Googling so many things, like how to get a home-based job, or freelancing, or home-based job Philippines, something like that. And I went through so many hoops, like, those survey jobs that you're supposed to pay $50 so that you will get a program, which turns out to be a scam. And at one point, I thought that I already had a real client. I got like this job to write around 50 articles in 1 week. And I was so excited. Do you know that I wrote all those articles on my iPhone because I did not have a laptop at that time? And oh my gosh, like, I was slaving away for all these articles. He was supposed to pay me around like $1 or $2 per article, depending on the word count. And at the end of it, after 1 week, I did not hear from them, although I got a gift card for like $20 from Amazon, but I was not paid. And I can still remember how frustrating that is, because you know how pinaghirapan ko yun. So I felt so bad that too, like, I really swore to myself that if there was a company who's going to vet clients, who has a Philippine office, who will give legitimate jobs, I'm going to apply. And little did I know that eventually, one day I would open that company. So that's a little introduction of what happened to me. Eventually, though, things went well. I finally found clients who are legitimate. Just to let everybody know, our clients are not from Upwork or any kind of platform. They are direct to us. And I actively do client acquisitions, not just online, but I also travel abroad. And I have representatives abroad looking for clients for us. So that's the kind of business model that I have. I just found it so toxic to have to be stuck to a certain platform, because sometimes it has happened to me before that they don't give my, like, they don't release the pay, or let's say, something crazy. Like, I remember this one time that a certain platform did not, like, it took so long for them to release like around $3,000 to me. And I was so nabwisit because I had something to use it for. And so I guess that's how, that's my history. Okay. And through those years, guys, I'm not trying to say that, ang galing-galing ko. What I'm trying to show you all is that if I could do it, somebody who did not have a laptop before, you can do it too, okay? I taught myself these skills. I also had to do things the hard way, because I had to find out, like, hey, clients are looking for these things. So in my end, I had that patience to learn. And what I want for you is to also have patience. Guys, 15 days is a blip in the whole, experience that I've had to go through. And if I have to help somebody avoid that kind of experience wherein, you constantly have to beg for a job on these platforms and feel like a total loser, because it can really get to our self-esteem, right? You have to admit it. A lot of you here are college graduates. A lot of you even have masteral degrees. And then it feels so frustrating when somebody over the internet just decides that you don't deserve the job because they'd rather give it to somebody else. It's a huge blow to our ego. And so what I'm going to be doing here is to build you up and to really show you what are the things, like strategically, what are clients really looking for skills wise in your portfolio, and whatever kind of like attitudes, your aura. I'm going to discuss that, in the entirety of this training. Okay. So I would also like to introduce you to Virtual Lasting. Virtual Lasting is my outsourcing company. The beginnings of it were started in 2011. We started as Virtualans, which also operated in a call center at one point, but then we changed to Virtual Lasting because it's more feng shui ready, and I think it's it's really effective because we have more luck than before we changed names. Also, I would like to introduce to all of you my teammates here at Virtual Lasting. Namely, first of all, I would like to introduce Joy and Mimi. Joy is our HR manager, and Mimi is our operations manager. Hang on just a sec. Wait lang. Anong kahit mo kayo? Charlene, can you add Joy and Mimi? Wait, she's so small.
Hi, am I on?
Yes, you're on, but you're so small.
Yeah,
Can they be
Hi,
bigger
everyone.
a little bit?
yes. Is it possible to
Lang.
remove the YouTube?
Well, she-
You're covered up.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right, there.
I want.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, guys.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
better.
That's better.
Okay, so guys, I would like to show you, because I know that you must be asking, like, when are we going to start with the topics? Give us a sec, because Mimi and Joy, they're going to be, very important people in your life, in your journey in the VA industry. Joy is going to help you, and Joy is the one who profiles you with clients. So you better
Be good
show
with her.
Joy how good you are.
That's right.
Good to Joy, because Joy is going to show you, like, give it your best shot and show Joy what you can do, because Joy is the one who profiles you to clients, who also even talks to clients about your strengths and weaknesses. And Mimi here, she's going to help out with the training.
Mhm.
Actually, her usual job is to help out in operations. She's our operations manager, and she's helping me a lot with, making sure that everybody is, like, all the VAs are doing their job. She's doing the reports. She's also, like, making sure that the different teams are also like doing their job. However, because Mimi wants to meet everybody on this team, and also because I honestly need help. So Mimi is also going to, Mimi is going to be your facilitator for most of this training. Although I'm going to be jumping in like twice a week for a live stream, but Mimi is going to be with you. And
Right.
later on, I will introduce you to Ursi because Ursi is going to be checking the attendance. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm like the most latecomer person in the world, but I don't know when I started to care about attendance. I guess so, but it's a thing. So, anyway, Joy, I'm going to give you the floor. And then after Joy, Mimi.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that introduction, Judy. And hi, everyone. Welcome to batch 3 of our training. I'm seeing like around 700 people, like 314 in Facebook and uh, 384 on YouTube. So that's a lot, but that's, I think, only a
Less than
fraction
half.
of less than half of what we really expected. But this is okay because at least we get to filter everyone and really see who is deserving at the end. So welcome again, and my name is Joy. I am the HR manager. As Judy mentioned, I am in charge of making sure that you guys are hired at the end. Um, in the past 2 batches, I was very hands-on as well with monitoring their performance with their tasks. And who among you here has already logged into our website and signed up there? If you have and you finish that, then for after this activity today, then there will definitely be a task that you will be given and an exam, a very very short exam though, which will help me and all the people in our team to gauge your comprehension, to gauge your comprehension, as well as make sure that you are really alert throughout the 15 days of training. Again, so that is my role. Also, I am monitoring your training agreement. That was also something that I did. Um, and I guess a lot of you had some questions about that. Like, what is the 10,000? Why should we pay that and stuff like that? So let me just explain, because this is how it works. Like, first you get trained like this, you will be trained like this, and then when you finish all the tasks, you get interviewed, and then you graduate. That's a time that we will profile you to a client. Okay, so we will profile you to a client, and that is like part of my job as well. It will depend on your competencies and your abilities. If you did the best WordPress, you did the fastest data mining and lead generation, or if you had the best video editing, or so on. That's how I formulate my profiling. It will depend on your ability to perform. So if you really are outstanding, it means that you will be at the top of our list. But if you're just, a slacker, you will be at the bottom, and you will have a hard time being profiled. But don't worry, because as long as you graduate, we will make sure that everyone really gets a job at the end. So we are very hands-on with our language training, and with coaching you as well. So that's what happens. So after the 15-day training, and then you get interviewed, and then you graduate, I will be profiling you to clients. And then after being profiled to clients, they will give us a feedback as to who among those that I gave will proceed to the interviews. Okay, so when you get to be interviewed by a client, that's the time when they give a feedback to us that, okay, I like this person and this other person. Usually for the trial, we give the client, this is free, by the way, free for the client. So it's 5 days free from the client, but the chosen VA will be paid by our company out of our pocket, out of Virtual Lasting's pocket. So you will definitely feel that we are taking care of you, because we're not giving you those tasks, or the client doesn't give you those tasks without the assurance of getting paid. Okay. So when you are in that trial, in the 5 day trial, and let's say, for example, you decided to just quit, or you decided to just go AWOL, disappear, um, and I don't know what happened to you, you go off the radar, so that's when the 10,000 will apply. Okay? If there is really zero communication from your end as to why you ghosted the client, when the client had already invested their tools, the client had already invested all their knowledge, all their business strategies to you, and then at the middle of that 5 day trial, you just disappeared, that's when the 10,000 will be collected from you. And I hope everyone understands that, because we are really investing in everyone. And even the clients are also doing that. And it's like a breach of a breach of trust whenever our VAs just suddenly disappears. So we want to make sure that we are covered both sides. Okay. So that is how the 10,000 applies. Now, what if I send you a message, like you already graduated, and then I send you a message that, hey, you're already profiled for this client. You will be interviewed by this client on this day and that, and so on. And then you said, yes, I'm going to attend in the interview. But then after that, you just disappeared too without saying hi or hello or whatever. So that also applies to the 10,000. Basically, ghosting us and not communicating, that is when the 10,000 will apply. Okay. And we have a team now who will be very aggressive in collecting that, because it's very hard to conduct this training to such a large group and not really feel that there is something given back to us. So yeah, let's just understand it. This is a business, first and foremost. And yeah, it is free, but we are also wanting you to, pay it forward and contribute your talents and your skills to the company. Okay, so basically, when you ghost us, when you agree, okay, let me reiterate that when you agree to join the interview, you agree to say, okay, I'm going to that, I like this client, and then you don't show up, then that's the time that we really will collect. Okay. And then, okay, let's say
Guys,
that you
but
are
don't
already
worry.
hired.
I want to like just add, guys, for example, you feel like virtual lasting is not for you, but then you were already trained. We will not be
Mm,
offended if you will work somewhere. At least we invested in your skills, so you can just pay us back. Anyway, meron ka ng different jobs, so you can afford it, right? Compared to other opportunities na hindi talaga kayo magkaka-job kasi wala kayong training, wala kayong experience. Imagine, so para siyang fly now, pay later. Continue, sorry.
right. Okay. So that is also correct. So and even if you decide to have a client, but you're still open to doing part-time, we also welcome that, as long as you can just, pay it forward with us, because we are really giving our time, energy. We haven't really slept well for the past 2 weeks in preparing for this batch,
Oh my
and I hope
God.
that you will appreciate our effort in making sure that you guys have a very smooth process in this training. So yeah, that's it. So that's why we are very adamant about this one. So again, if you ghost us along the way, then that's where the 10,000 will apply. Now, how about if you finish the trial and the client said, okay, I'm going to hire this person, she's very good, or he's very good at what he was doing for me for the trial period? That's the time that the client will pay you, not from our pockets already. Okay, so that's the time that the client gives you the salary. Actually, it is a
Actually,
there is a
it's
difference
from
there.
it's from us, Manggihapon, Joy. However,
Mm,
you have to understand, guys, that even in the trial, we invest so much in you.
mm,
In fact, the trial period, we don't even know if the client is still legit or if they're legit or not. But whatever happens, even if the client is a scam or not, you're going to get paid. So
True, very
that's
true.
how we protect you, and then we will try to collect from them if they can be collectible, meaning they are a real client. Okay? But at
Mm.
least on your end, hindi ka alkansi. Saan na siya in Tagalog?
Di ka talo or something. We're not very good. We're also all Bisaya here, except for the other two people in the team and the other four of the handling social media. So, yeah, going back to that. So when you finish the trial and then the client decides to get you, so that means that they're really like looking for employment with you long term. And then you suddenly say, "Oh my, I cannot handle it. It's too much. I just want to resign and I want to give up from this job." So that's also the time that the 10,000 will apply. Because it means that, you've already reached that point wherein we have that trust and confidence already built with the client, and then suddenly you just break that trust with them. And trust is a big thing, especially in a business. So that's also when the 10,000 will apply. And that's we're only like giving you 3 months, 3 months to stay with the client and make sure that he is happy or you're happy. But do not worry about that too, because here at Virtual Lasting, Mimi and I and even Ursi and all the rest of the team, we will make sure that if you have like concerns, if you don't know how to do this particular task that the client is asking from you, you can always ping us, you can always ask us, because maybe we can provide you extra training or some guidance on that. Okay, so we are like well rounded here. Like we always like give you full support wherever you are in your path. We will give you full
Yes.
support with that.
It's not like going at it alone, wherein, when you're freelancing, you literally don't have a workmate. So
Mm.
here, you have a workmate. We are family here. For example, there are times wherein I get messages from our staff, wherein like our VAs who would say, "Miss, the client said na gusto niya nito something. I don't understand it." And you know what? We really help out. We really help out in our best ability, and that's how much we're so hands on. And that's the reason why, although the 10,000 is really panako to the people who have plans to like be dine and dash, but it's also because imagine we're very careful with our clients, and if you don't take care of them, it will ruin our business, and we just don't have patience for those transactions. Okay, so it's not really because we want to profit 10,000 from you, because I don't care. We earn more in our other businesses and in other activities, more than the 10K. We're not here to just charge 10K just because we give a training, because if in that case, maybe I'll just have a training and charge 10K, right? But
Yeah.
because it's all about trust, and it's all about making sure that we are not dealing with people who are fly by night. Okay, how about me?
Yes.
Okay, no sa ka.
I'm so sorry, I was on mute. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Virtual Lasting's VA training. So, yes, our goal here, our long term goal is really to give you guys employment, sustainable employment. And when we say sustainable, our aim here is to provide you long term employment. So, I'd like to thank you guys for the 500 plus people live streaming right now. And again, once again, I am Virtual Lasting's operations manager. So, as my title speaks, I oversee the operations of Virtual Lasting. And in the upcoming days, I am also excited and looking forward to oversee the training. So, if you do have questions, suggestions regarding the training, or if some of you already have previous knowledge, stock knowledge, experience that you would like to share on, go forward, speak up, because we would like to grow together in our learnings. So apart from overseeing training, I also help Judy, our CEO, make some important policy planning, strategic planning. I also help her address problems or opportunities in the company. I also collaborate with Joy um, with recruitment. So we work together. Sometimes we share, we brainstorm who would be the best candidates for these clients. So things like that. So, what I'd like to discuss right now is our long term and short term goal for this training. So, our short term goal is really to equip you guys with the right knowledge, right tools, introduce you to the tools that you will use. Also, sorry about that. Also, provide you with experience and provide you with a skill for you to become an effective VA. And once again, our long term goal really is to provide each one of you an employment with us. Hopefully, after this training, you will entrust us with your VA career and we will be more than happy. We will be more than willing to work with you. So, the 10,000 training bond again is not for us to earn, it's not for us to profit, but it is just to make sure because you guys will be, when you are being shortlisted for a client, you actually represent virtual lasting already. So what we just want to say is for you guys to represent us, for our clients to trust us. So that would be part of our long-term goal. And really, I'm really hoping that you could all work with me, that we could work together. So in the next days, we will be able to have a training and a very interactive training, peaceful training, smooth training, and also worthwhile. We're sharing with you what we're sharing with you, what we are discussing with you, the knowledge that we transfer with you are actually um highly technical, and on top of that you could use those skills for you to have a living. Or yes, so I'd like you to really soak in the knowledge, and if you guys have some confusion, let us know, communicate with us, because what makes virtual lasting, I also want to share what makes virtual lasting, what's our edge over other outsourcing company is, first we have this open door policy. Technically in the office it's open door, but since we are working remotely, I would like to say it's open communication policy. So there's no barrier. You could talk to me, you could talk to Judy, our CEO, you could reach out to Joy if you have questions, confusions, or even brilliant ideas, or even reactions, negative reactions or oppositions. We welcome it because we believe that we grow together. um, you know being open-minded paves the way for growth. So that's why we very welcome that. And on top of that is here in virtual lasting, your learning continues to improve, continues to be better, because from time to time we offer free training, language training, SEO training that will upskill you. So that will provide you how do you call this? That will improve your current skill set. So that is what you can look forward to working here with us. And we also have other benefits that we will just disclose to you once you are part of our team. But I tell you, there is so many things to look forward to working here. First would be really a positive work environment. So that is really something. You can earn so much from other company, but if the stress will burn you out, I don't think at the end of the day it's really worth it. So it's really nice to work with a team, with an environment that really is positive. So you're able to grow, you're able to, improve. So yeah, and thank you so much again, guys. And I'm really looking forward on this journey with you. So I'm so excited. Let us all, and the next days, the topics are pretty exciting. So I will also be learning together with you guys. So let's help each other, share each other's ideas. That way we'll be able to grow and learning together. Okay? So yeah.
Okay. See, so I have such a wonderful team. I'm really, to be truly honest, guys, I'm such a lazy person and I wouldn't be able to grow this business without Mimi and Joy, because they're like my life forever to lasting. They're just we're very close. And we didn't become close like because we were close friends before. But Joy was like she really applied in my company more than 5 years ago, and she was
Yeah.
also she was finishing her studies in psychology, and she also
Yeah.
was a newbie. And I don't know what went into my brain why I hired her, because before I'm very strict with the experience. But
Yes. Yes.
something made me think like, I like this girl because maparaan, resourceful. Because she I know that I could tell that she didn't know these things, but she was like, I will study it. I will study. So I remember that her first client was actually the former VP of Western Union and now the CEO of Veeam, which is a multi-million dollar like Goldman Sachs funded company, which is like one of the leading fintech companies. And that was Joy's client. And in fact, the client came to the Philippines just to say hi to Joy. Imagine. So I'm really
Wow.
very lucky that Joy is still with Virtual Lasting after all these years. And now, because she has graduated um, psychology, and she also passed and is the licensed psychometrician. So she's going to psycho all of you. Joke lang.
I'll
But,
try.
but um, I'm really lucky to have Joy because she is very hardworking, and also her heart is in the right place because she cares so much about the VAs. Sometimes I'm like,
Yes.
matulog ka na. And also Mimi. Mimi is always like Mimi and Joy, especially like even when I'm already asleep, they're still discussing about like what to like how to help these certain VAs. In fact, Mimi and even Joy is even helping out with language training just because we are so concerned that sometimes there are VAs who are not able to get jobs because of their English. So we
Yeah.
make lesson plans and we do all these things, and that's how we are here. We really care, and this is also our mission because we're all Christians and we all believe in serving. So I guess that's one of our cornerstones. Okay, so thank you so much, Mimi and Joy, for being here. I also wanted to like show just for a little bit. Okay, I'm sorry, just out.
We will leave. We will leave.
I will remove them from the stream. Okay, and then I'm going to introduce you to some like four other wait, five other people who are our former trainees, but now they are also working with Virtual Lasting. So I wanted you to meet them so maybe they can give some like words of encouragement, and then we will proceed after. It will just be very quick. Wait, let's add. Uh, and then, ay, dalawang Charlie. Ano ba yan? Okay. Where's Anne? Wala si Anne.
Mahina po net, miss.
Nakatulog.
Internet connection.
Ah, okay. Where's Neil? Wala si Neil. Natulog
Wala
na.
po.
Natulog na
Nalala ko naman.
siguro. Okay, so guys, we have Charlene here. Charlene is the valedictorian of batch 2. She's now working with us. Also, we have here Yurilin. We also have Wedgie, and we have Ursi. So I want each of you to introduce yourselves and maybe give a little bit of an advice to the people who are still going to undergo the training that you also had. Go, Charlene. You go first. Ay, ano ba yan? Frozen to Charlene. How about Ursi na lang? Ursi, you go first. What happened?
Percy.
Percy, bungo lagi ka.
Hello po, naririnig niyo po ako?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah,
Narinig niyo po ako?
yeah,
Yes? Ha?
yeah.
Ayun. Okay.
Can you start talking
Ayan.
now?
Medyo lag. Anyway, good evening po sa lahat. Kaya lang Ayun. So, good evening po. My name is Orsi Dave Blaya. So, ako po yung kasama din ni Miss Mimi na magpa-facilitate sa mga concerns ninyo, lalo na sa Slack, sa website, sa Facebook group page. So, ngayon guys, lahat naman tayo natapos na natin yung mga steps. So, nagawa naman na natin. So, kung meron pang mga hindi nakapag-register sa website, pwede nyo email or pwede nyo akong PM sa Slack. Then, ako konting tip lang. So, dito kasi ang dami ko nababasa kanina sa comment, namomroblema sa 10K. Actually, ano lang talaga 'yon. Kumbaga, para lang sa mga ghosting 'yon. Kumbaga parang ano lang. Kasi ano to guys ang isipin mo ang pagiging VA kasi hindi naman siya yung tipong parang ano lang parang nag-apply ka lang. Actually, pag nag-apply ka, kailangan mo ng NBI, marami kang kailangan na requirements, di ba? So, kumbaga, gagas ka rin ka talaga. So imagine ito, si client, halimbawa, nagano si client tinanggap ka, tapos, syempre, bumili ng mga accounts para sa'yo, ginastusan ka ni client, then bigla mo na lang iiwan sa error, di ba? So, unang-una guys, sinong masisira, di ba? Si virtual lasting. So, kayo, kumbaga, kumbaga sayang yung opportunity. So, huwag kayo matakot dun sa 10K. Tapos yung isa pang tanong kanina, what if hindi mo halimbawa hindi mo nagustuhan yung sweldo. So, doon pa lang naman mag-uusap naman kayo So, doon lang talaga pag hindi ka nagparamdam, di ba? So, kung sa relasyon pag hindi ka nagparamdam, di ba? Malaki din ang babayaran mo. Anyway, guys, ako may nagtanong kanina, may natanggap na ba sa batch 1 at batch 2? Yes, meron na. Meron sa batch 1 and then galing akong batch 2. So, pasensya na, hindi pa ako ganun kagaling sa pag-i-English. Nag-aaral pa lang din. Guys, sa totoo lang, kanina may nagtataka paano hindi ako marunong sa English. Guys, ito yung pinakamasarap sa virtual lasting. Dito talaga may guide ka. Alam mo kasi yung mahirap pag nag-self-study ka, hindi mo alam kung saan ka magsisimula, hindi mo alam kung paano ka magsisimula, hindi mo alam kung masyadong malawak yung internet. Mamamalaya mo na lang 1 buwan, 2 buwan, wala pa rin nangyayari sa buhay mo. Dito sa yung 15 days, kung isip mo napakatagal, maniwala kayo, yung 15 days, pagkatapos ng 15 days, sasabihin sa sarili nyo, ma'am, baka pwedeng mag-extend. Kasi talagang iikli yung 15 days sa inyo. Totoo. Based on our experience. So dito guys, may guide kayo. So lahat from talagang supported kayo ng virtual lasting from day 1 to day 15, lahat 'yon matututunan nyo kumbaga talagang kahit from wala kayong alam, maraming skills. Actually guys, itong mga to sa totoo lang yung mga pagtitingin kasi internet ng mga trainings, yung isang training pala, halimbawa WordPress, SEO, umaabot na ng 1,000 yan. 10,000, 20K, tapos ang masaklap nun, wala ka pang trabaho. Kumbaga, hindi ka naman nila kukunin as maging VA. Dito, libre na. Kumbaga, libre na, magkakatrabaho ka pa. Basta ano lang dito, tiyagaan lang, tsaka yung talagang attitude, number 1 talaga dito, attitude. Kasi sabi nga ni Miss Jo dito, yung yung skills na tututunan yan Pero yung attitude mo, kung ano ka, yun at yun ka. So, yun yung isang reason kung bakit may 10K. Kaya wag kayong matatakot sa 10K. Ako dito nga, 'di ba? Parang dati wala, ngayon BA na. So, ano pa mismo sa virtual lasting pa. So, ayun guys. So, isa pa bakit kailangan nating seryosohin si pagiging VA? Guys, sa totoo lang, sa situation natin ngayon sa pandemic, sabi nga nila, this is the new normal. Kung dati, ang buhay, pagka-graduate mo, empleyado, ngayon, ba't di natin subukan? Pagka-graduate mo, maging VA ka naman, di ba? So, maganda sa pagiging VA, guys, yung pagiging empleyado mo, hindi mo yan mapapamana sa mga anak mo eh. Pero yung pagiging BA, yung mga skills, pwede mo ipamana sa anak mo. High school pa lang ang anak mo, pwede mo nang turuan ng skill. Ang maganda dito guys, kahit hindi ka graduate ng college, kahit high school graduate ka lang, hindi kayong, hindi, kasi alam mo masaklap sa pagiging empleyado. Guys, ano nga pala ako? IT lead nga pala ako sa Wyatt, Philippines. So siguro naman, meron naman siguro sa inyo hindi meron naman siguro lumakas sa inyo lahat, naggagatas naman, di ba? So hopefully kilala niyo naman yung Wyatt. So doon po ako galing, 7 years ako doon. So bilang IT support. And then, yun nga, ba't ko tinanggap si virtual assistant kasi yun nga, yun na yung new normal ngayon. Kumbaga, hindi kasi sa June 1 GCQ na. Ay, actually June 1 na ngayon, GCQ na. Pero guys, hindi natin lang kung hanggang kailan yung pandemic. Yun ang reality. Hindi tayo kayang bigyan ng gobyerno ng ayuda kahit buwan-buwan, 'di ba? Ewan ko lang, baka mayroon dito mga yung iba hindi naman nakakatanggap talaga ng ayuda. So dito guys, pagkakataon nyo na. For me, virtual lasting is a blessings. Ang laking tulong ang laki na naitulong sa akin ng virtual lasting. And then, guys, pagiging BA is treat nyo as a business. Kasi hindi lang naman to yung hindi lang naman ito yung pagiging empleyado na kayo. Kumbaga dito nakasalalay yung oras ninyo, yung kumbaga kailangan yung pagbutihin yung skills ninyo. Kumbaga hindi lang kung ano yung natutunan nyo dito is kumbaga yun lang, hanggang doon lang kayo. Andiyan si Uncle Google, pwede kayo mag-search. Nasa inyo talaga yan. And then, ayan, so, yun nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, experience. Yan ang masarap dito sa pagiging PA, hindi ka hanapan ng experience. Di ba sabi nga nila, papasok ka sa trabaho, pero lagi na hinahanap, experience. Paano ka magkaka-experience kung wala kang trabaho? Di ka naman nagkakatrabaho, di ba? Dito sa BA guys, sa freelancing, sa virtual assistant, hindi kailangan experience. Attitude number 1. Tsaka skills. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you, Ersie. Ikaw, Charlene, anong ma-give mo na advice sa kanila na just starting?
Wait lang po. So, good evening. Naririnig nga po ako.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Hello po.
Mm-mm. Hello.
So, good evening. So, we're in Trainee. Like you, I've been dreaming of becoming a virtual assistant, even though I have my full-time job. I started my freelancing world in 2018, and the skills that I know before is just data entry, lead generation, and doing students' worksheets. And I told to myself that I want to upgrade my skills, just like the skills of our expert freelancers. And I felt so blessed that I became part of the batch 2 free virtual assistant training conducted by Virtual Lasting Team, spearheaded by Miss Judy. Because I have my long-term motivate myself to finish the training. And I want also top 10 so that I can have my clients immediately. So I finished my task before the deadline and do it with passion because needed. So talagang gagawa ka ng paraan para matapos mo ang mga task kasi may goal ka. So in short, if you want to be a successful virtual assistant, you must have GAP and be mad. So what do I mean by GAP? G-A-P. G stands for goal. A stands
Anong A?
for passion. And what do I mean by mad? Always make a difference, and that's all. Good luck to your journey. I hope everyone will finish this 15-day training and you will have a client. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. Okay. You're
Welcome,
in
Miss.
ikaw naman.
Hi guys, I'm Yurilin and I am also from batch 2. I am a full-time housewife for 10 years. So, and then I decided to find an online job, but it's hard to find one because I have no experience. And luckily, I found this training and it gives me confidence that I can do what others can. Yung mga skills na nakikita ko sa mga job posts sa Upwork, dito lahat itinuro ni Miss Judy. And hindi lang yon, nakakuha din ako ng support system kasi hindi naman lahat alam yung online job, di ba? So dito, sa batch namin, we call each other virtual mates. So, we are the support system of each other. We help each other. So, ang advice na ibibigay ko sa inyo is help each other kasi most of us walang experience about this. So, tulungan na lang po tayo para lahat tayo mag-grow. Sabi nga po ni Miss Mimi. And thankful din po ako, naging part ako ng training and lalo na na-hair po ako ni Miss Judy. Sobrang thankful ko kasi napaka-bait niya, napaka-generous na client namin, ng boss namin. Ayun po. So,
Ang galing
yun
mo
lang po.
kasi.
Tsaka, nandyan din naman po lagi si Mr. Google at si Mr. YouTube. So, malaki talaga may tutulong nila sa atin. Yun po. Yun ang maibibigay ko sa inyo. Don't give up. Pag nahirapan kayo sa task, ask help para magawa nyo po yung task. Tapos give your 200% effort para makagraduate tayo lahat. Ayun lang po.
Thank you so much, Yerlin. Actually, yung batch nila is very bonded na like kahit ngayon, even 2 months after graduation, they're still chatting every day. Like, meron talagang group chat na, uy, kamusta na kayo? Kamusta yung mga pagkain nyo dyan, yung mga ECQ chef, yung mga ganon. And you know, helping each other, like, anong mga task, mga ganon. So, it's really a community. Okay, and we have Wedgie.
Alright, I'm from Cebu too, and I'm not used to talking with a lot of when there's a lot of people. So, what's common between us with our team is that why we got hired is because we are very persistent. I'm also actually a homemaker, so I've been a mother for like 7 years, a stay-at-home mom, and then I tried, there's ECQ, so I can't go out anymore. So I tried to learn as much as I can on the internet. So I scoured the internet and checked for like home-based jobs, and then I found virtual lasting a 15-day training. So I found it very interesting, and then and I have no knowledge of anything like making WordPress or creating any website. So this is actually my first time. So I'm very blessed to find this company, and then so with you just have to be very persistent actually. So that's it. To get a job, of course you have to show that you can do it, and then what else, you have to be on your own, like do research. Don't just rely on Miss Jody or anyone. Rely on yourself. Do Google. Do everything you can with the task. So if they see that you did a great job with the task, they'll hire you. So but if you're very lenient with the task, of course they won't hire you. So you can't like blame them for not being hired. It's on you actually. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Wedgie. How about you, Neil? Any words of
Hello.
encouragement to our batch 3?
Hello, Batch 3. I'm Neil from Batch 1.
Uy, na-mute ka. Ano? Na-mute ka.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello.
na.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, advice ko lang is be patient para makakita ng right client for you kasi syempre si God pa din ang bibigay sa iyo niyan. I'm from batch 1 almost November. Nandito na ako sa virtual lasting. I'm very thankful kasi hinire din ako ni Miss Judy for certain jobs and continuous learning. Ang dami ko pong natutunan dito sa virtual lasting. Then, doon po sa may mga nagdududa para sa 10K kasi nabasa ko sa comments. Hindi po kayo lugi. Super sulit to.
Okay.
So,
Ikaw,
if you have questions,
mm-mm.
don't hesitate to ask us
Reach
kasi
out to Neil.
andito lang.
Si Neil, nasa Slack si Neil. Si Orsi, mag-report kayo ni Orsi kasi si Orsi ang mag-check attendance. Si Neil naman, Neil is very, very smart with like all things about like the technical stuff. In fact, Neil is working directly with me on my different websites and things like that, even like setting up, my calendars and stuff. He's very knowledgeable. So if you have some concerns, you can also find him on Slack. You can ask him questions. Okay. And lastly, my wonderful YouTube editor, Sam, who
Hi,
used to
hi
be
guys.
uh
Seafarer.
seafarer, sea woman.
Hi guys. Good evening. Welcome to Virtual Assistant University. So I'm Lady Anne. So currently I'm working with Miss Judy as video editor. Then, like you also, I'm a newbie in this industry. As what Miss Judy said, I'm a seafarer. I've been working in cruise industry for 12 years. Then under food and beverage department. So I really don't have any idea what is virtual assistant job. So in your 15 days of training, all I can say is that it's really worth it, and you really can learn. You really can learn which you never learn from others. And I'm really proud to say that after the training, I really proud to say that I knew that I can do this. I never knew that I can do this thing in the internet because me me because I'm more on the operation. I'm more in the restaurant dining. So it's really good that I found this virtual lasting company. I just found it in the Facebook also. So I just grabbed the chance because it's free. But the only thing that I can advise to all you guys is you have to sacrifice. You have to understanding. You have to be patient, and also you have dedication to never skip the training, and also be positive all the time. Because if you don't have this kind of qualities, you will never learn and you will never succeed. Okay? That's all, Miss. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Miss, for everything also.
So much. Thank you so much, Neil and Lady. Okay, all right. So I actually just showed you because it's like this. We have a lot of hired VAs already from the different batches who are now working for like different clients. But then I showed you the people who are also working for me. So I don't just hire VAs for the clients. I also hire VAs for my team. And because if I see somebody on the if I see people who are like really good in the training, I like also want to work with them. So ganon. So that's the reason why I also have a lot of VAs. Okay, so I'm so sorry it took some time, but let's proceed now to talking about what exactly is a VA. Okay, I know that a lot of you already know what a VA is. It's a virtual assistant. But I want you all to understand that a virtual assistant is not just like, to be truly honest, a few years ago, virtual assistant is not really a thing. Maybe virtual assistant connotes maybe Siri and Hey Google, something like that. But then it has now morphed. Oh, see, my Google. Weird. No. Get out. Okay. So but a virtual assistant is now somebody who is like, for me, if I'm going to really talk about what really is a virtual assistant, as an entrepreneur, a virtual assistant is my kasangga in business. Is my I guess my support system. So you have to think about this, that your role as a virtual assistant, if you want to become a virtual assistant, is not merely to just, do tasks and get paid for it. You have to realize that you play such a big role in the lives of these clients, and also a huge role in the success of a business. Like, literally, without my virtual assistants, with my, with my team, I won't have a business. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I will do. Maybe I'll just find somebody rich who will marry me. Pero gusto nila maganda at saka sexy, so I just have to work. But I'm gonna be truly very honest. I manage a lot of businesses, and some people will say, like, how are you able to manage all those businesses? And I have a secret weapon, and it's because I have a lot of help. So you have to realize this. You are so important in the lives of these clients. And that means that you hold a lot of responsibility, and you really are a partner in that business. You have to think about it that way. And that's also why it's so important to find the right clients, because some clients naman bastos din. They think like kung maka-treat ng tao parang aso, right? And that's not the kind of people that I would want you to work with. And you also have to lay that boundary. In fact, if you do encounter clients who are really bad, and let's say you're working with virtual lasting, kindly report to us so that we will assign you to another client, or pwede naming pagsabihan, because we really do not tolerate this kind of behavior with our clients. Not just that we train our VAs. If you just know, I also train clients. In fact, I coach clients how to become bosses and how to manage people, because I find that so many of them have zero idea on how to like manage people, and it's just super crucial. Okay, so so a virtual assistant is not just somebody who does these tasks. And what are the like the tasks or the jobs that virtual assistants do? Mainly, although we're already seeing like so many all kinds of virtual assistants, like virtual assistants who help you with your WordPress website, virtual assist. Let's say, for example, let's say in my team, because I recently opened a YouTube channel, and in fairness, I'm really so proud of my team, because it's just been a little over a month that we started our YouTube channel. And it has now like more than 4,000 subscribers. And I wouldn't have been able to do this without my team, which is Charlene, Urilyn, Wedgie, and Anne, because I attempted to do a YouTube channel before, and I just can't stick with it because of all the editing that's involved, of all the marketing that's involved, and that's also how clients are. You can think about this like, as a virtual assistant, you pretty much are the fairy godmother of your clients because you make things possible. Okay, so we've already discussed all that coverage, and so you can just surmise that these are the things that VAs do. And I'm not saying, of course, that you're going to be overtaxed and you're going to be like jumping through hoops and doing all these impossible things and like being all over the place. We're just equipped. We're just like providing you with training with different things so that your a client will have no reason to not accept you. But then it's still very important to have an actual like job description. Okay, and it would depend on what kind of help or support your client is looking for. Another thing is, let me just discuss briefly what kind of clients um, do we have. Okay, so, my gosh, I'm so confused whether to switch on the aircon or turn it off. It's so cold. Okay, so what kind of clients do we have? In the many years that I've been doing this, I have observed that a majority of clients who are hiring virtual assistants are millennials. What are millennials? Who are the millennials, by the way? Millennials are the people who are born from 1979 to 1995. And I have noticed that a majority of clients who are very progressive and who are very proactive in hiring remote people are in this bracket. And why is this important? It's because since we know this data, we have to use that data to, you know, to know what we're going to do and how we're going to serve this group of people, right? By the way, I just wanted to find out, because I also asked the last trainees, like, I wanted to see, I guess I want to see like the majority of people. Okay, who here is 18 years old to 20 years old? Please post your age in the comments. Who here is 18 years old to 20 years old? Okay. We have 20 years old, me, 21, 18, 20. Okay, nice. 19. We have 18 to 20. Okay, now who here is 21 years old to 25 years old? Okay. We have a lot of, so just imagine this group is not just big, but we have a lot of like different people of different ages here. How about who here is 26 years old to 30 years old? I'm looking at the comments. Who here is 31 years old to 35 years old? I'm in that bracket, by the way. Who here is 35 years old to 40 years old? It's so noisy. Who's that? Who here is 41 years old to 45 years old? I'm looking at the chats and see we have like different people of different ages. Who here is 45 years old to 50? 46 years old to 50. Okay, so we have 45, 37. Guys, don't be shy. I even have a trainee sa last batch who is 65 years old. Hindi lang isa but dalawa. And you know what? The 65-year-old already has a client. 48, 46. So, may person na nag-reach out sa akin na, "Ma'am, am I too old if I'm like 51 years old?" And I'm saying, "No, you're not too old." Because we even have 65 years old and naging VA. Okay, how about 51 to 55? Oh, we have somebody 58. Okay. 56 to 60. Meron ba tayo dito? See? Mga bata kayo kasi si Mommy May, she's 65 and she now has a client. Nagustuhan siya sa client, 'di ba? Wala tayong, may I know ano pong task ng 65 years old na VA? Well, do you know that si Mommy May, she went through the entire training, meaning she knows now how to create websites. She knows now how to create graphic design. She knows how to edit videos. She knows how to create chatbots even. Can you imagine? 65 years old, knows how to create chatbots. And however, she's very lucky because she got a job that she really liked and she likes writing. So her client is a politician in California. And now she's writing for like, you know, something about political stuff. So yun, si Mommy May. She has grandchildren. She's also from Cebu. And we ran into each other in a wedding and she was like, "Is that you, Miss Judy? Is that you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm your trainee." So anyway, okay. So I just wanted to ask because look here. It looks like we are all from different walks of life. I know that a lot of people here are like from different kinds of industries. Some people here are from the education sector, like teachers. We have some call center agents. We have some stay-at-home mothers. We have grandmothers. We have fathers. We have grandfathers because meron namang mga early na grandfather. We also have people who are nurses here, who are sa cruise ship, seaman, seawoman, merong mga hotelier. And it just goes to show that, and meron ding mga drop out katulad ko. So it just goes to show, guys, that we're all from all these different worlds. But then when we learn and when we get into that mindset of learning and really pouring our heart into these creative and technical stuff, it's really possible as long as you have that willingness. Okay. And I was also just asking because we have these different ages, right? And what I want you to visualize is most of our clients, and this is not an exaggeration, because of course there are clients naman who are like a little bit older, but most talaga sa mga clients are millennials. And if we're saying na from 1979 to 1995, then nag-survey talaga ako, guys. Super. So Usually it's from the ages 24 to 41 ang mga clients. I have observed that. 21 to 42, something like that. So a lot of these, and the reason I guess why our clients are millennials is because a lot of our clients are, let's say, influencers, um, starting a tech company, starting, let's say, a YouTube channel, or has a side hustle and then wants to be a lifestyle coach, wants to be a health coach, wants to be, let's say, a business coach, something. And the reason why we're also getting a lot of millennials is because if you're going to go further than that, like maybe Gen Xers and baby boomers, usually, especially the baby boomers, which are like the age of my mother, like from 1965 to earlier. So my mom is like 60, maybe like around 50, maybe like 56 or 57 and older generations. I've noticed that they find it, I'm not underestimating like the older people, because if Mommy May can do it and she's 65 and she knows all these stuff, but then have you noticed how annoying it is when you're teaching your mother how to like create an email or like download a specific app? So, and they're like, explain to me and things like that. And so that's the reason why they're having a hard, like, they would rather, like entrepreneurs that age, they would rather get people in person than a virtual assistant. And I noticed that people who are millennials are, they were born, they were raised in a time where the internet was emerging, and we're more comfortable messaging each other on Messenger than getting phone calls. Do I get an amen? Is that you? Because is it only me that I feel so uncomfortable getting phone calls? I would rather somebody sends me a chat. I would rather somebody text me than to like, get a phone call, or, somebody coming to my office. I'm like, you did not text me first. and that's why, okay? It's because clients our age, I think a lot of us are millennials. Clients our age would rather deal with a VA who is working independently in another part of the world so that they can both be productive. Okay? And as a millennial entrepreneur myself, I'm going to be very honest, and I'm so sorry to my office staff. But I noticed that I am way more productive if I'm in my element, and my element meaning I'm wearing my duster, I'm wearing, I don't know, my undies, and just like hanging around and nobody's watching me, and I'm just gonna do my tasks. I'm so productive that way compared to going into an office or having people like, even as an entrepreneur, I get so pressured when like, oh, my my employees are coming. Oh my gosh, I haven't showered yet. Oh my gosh, I have to shower first. Like sometimes we just don't want to shower, okay? We just have to admit it. We don't want to shower. so so it's like that. I've noticed that there's so many clients who want to um, uh, hire people this way because they get to have more freedom while still being a boss and still managing people. And then, like a lot of the clients that you will encounter are, let's say, of course, we are currently social distancing and travel is on a standstill. But I've noticed that in the many years that I've been doing this, a lot of our clients are digital nomads, are like traveling all over the world, surfing on the beaches and managing their online stores with their VAs. And I guess it's because we all have that fantasy of living that digital nomad lifestyle. And that's how I see that, how I also observed how our clients are. Okay. And why do I even discuss this? It's because before even going into the technical parts of the training, I want you to understand the persona of a millennial boss. Okay. So I want you to like take yourselves into the shoes of a millennial boss. Personally, I have that experience because as a millennial boss, they always say that millennials are lazy, or um, millennials are, let's say, don't have a job. Millennials are poor. Millennials are not able to um, afford a house or something. Ursi, maybe hindi ngayon ang maybe can you like give an attendance sheet na lang so that people can like fill it out for the attendance? Mm-hmm. Ursi, not on this chat, please. Because I want people to interact and really embody this, because this is very important. Okay. All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So why is it important to discuss it? Because I also noticed that a lot of problems that VAs encounter, and they lose their jobs over it, is because they don't know how to deal with a client who is a millennial. Okay, like you're confused. Is he my bro? Is he like my BFF? Because it feels like you are like the same age, but then you wonder like, how am I going to like deal with him? Sometimes your boss is younger than you. And personally, when the first time that I became a boss of over like the first time that I had employees, um it was so hard because I was 22 years old and my employees were like way older than me. And I wanted to understand that out of this insecurity, when you have a young bosses, especially when they have not yet developed their leadership style or their management style, they tend to get insecure and wonder like, should I be strict? Should I be lenient? Should I just be cool? What kind of feedback should I give to the VAs? And you have to be, I guess what I'm just trying to say is, please be understanding of clients, because I know that a lot of you here have had experiences working for other people, and you will say, my boss is so mean, or like, I really don't like my boss, he doesn't know how to manage people, something like that. How many times have we said that line? Is anybody going to admit it? How many times have we said that line? Guys, can you stop like saying present on the chat? And Ursi, next time, please do not do the attendance in the live stream. I want it to be done after, please, because it's really distracting me. I really want people. I'm so irritated right now with the present thing because it's making me really distracted with the chat and it's not related to what I'm saying. So please stop because we will just send. I feel like nobody's really listening. Anybody after Melody, Pepito, that says present, I am really going to mark absent, okay? So anyway, as I was saying, I know that a lot of people here are guilty of being like, in their mind saying, my boss is, you know, so many have this certain entitlement that if you are a boss, then you're supposed to be an expert at it. And you're supposed to be like, this shiny person who is perfect, who is rich and gets their life together and knows how to manage people. And newsflash, guys, a lot of your bosses as a VA are also the same age as you or even younger. And newsflash, bosses, entrepreneurs are still trying to figure things out. They're still trying to understand, how it is to manage people. And for me, I'm just going to say this, that the reason why I have much success with my clients is because I don't have that entitlement na, this person has to be perfect or else, There are people too, they are imperfect. And if you approach clients thinking like, he doesn't know how to manage me, I will just quit. Then, dyan ka mistaken. Because you know what? I dare say that we have a challenge to also know how to manage our clients. We have to know how to manage our clients, and we have to know what kind of behaviors we should embody if we are virtual assistants for these clients. Okay? So I'm going to give you like a little idea how to manage these kinds of clients. And then afterwards, you're going to proceed with the lead gen task. Okay? All right. So anyway, as I was saying, what kind of ways should we, like, knowing what we know now, that a lot of our clients are young, imperfect, do not know how to manage these VAs. Like sometimes you will encounter a client na paulit, always changing their minds about something. Sometimes clients do not know how to give instructions. Sometimes there are clients who don't know how to deliver bad news. Sometimes you will encounter a client na grabe kung makasabi ng feedback. Sometimes we find clients who also are so meek na, or very shy to say na, you know what, this work is not correct. Sometimes there's two people pleasers siguro that they find it so hard to give feedback. And so I'm going to give you some tips because in my end, to be truly honest, I also actually teach clients on how to manage VAs. I give them a tutorial of like, this is what you do. These are my recommendations. And they even ask me for advice. Like, should I say it this way? Was I wrong? Or like, how should we deliver some bad news? But first and foremost, I would like to ask everybody to take feedback with a grain of salt. Number one, I've noticed that Filipinos are very sensitive with feedback. We're easily parang disheartened. We're easily like heartbroken agad na sinabihan lang na this is wrong. Because a lot of our clients, especially the ones from the West, they are very frank. And for example, if some of them are like would say outright na no, this is wrong, change it. So don't be offended if, for example, they didn't like your design. Because what if they did like your design, it's just not fit for the business, right? So leave your ego out the door and don't think about it in a personal way. If pinagsabihan ka, don't think about it personally na you're a bad person or you're not doing your job well, or in another way, nabwisit yung client mo, right? So that's my number one tip. Number two is our clients from the West, they are they're a stickler for time. So please make sure that you're always on time. That or in fact, in order for you to really impress a client, you have to be early. Okay? I always say to our VAs that, let's say, for example, you have a meeting with your client at 9 a.m. Make sure that you're already online at 8:30 a.m. Okay? Why? Because if you show up at 9 a.m. and then your client is already there, tapos sinasabi mo na, ay, wait, let me just set up my computer first. Tapos you already know that you're supposed to meet at 9 a.m. Tapos it takes so much time na mag-set up ka pa sa computer, tapos mag-reboot ka pa ng mga mga whatever, i-reboot mo pa yung router nyo or something. So make sure that you're always present para walang masabi, okay? Because a lot of them are also like very strict with time. I've really noticed this. Like, I've lost so many clients because of me being a latecomer. I used to be such a latecomer. I used to always be late for everything. And you know what? It was because in my heart of hearts, I really didn't respect people that much. Diba? Because I expected people to wait for me. And so when I did that, like, although I didn't, intend to be disrespectful, but because I didn't show up as a respectful person and was always late and I was always absent, then I lost so many opportunities that I cannot count. I've lost so many clients and I've lost so many client referrals because each client is related to a client referral. So that's another important point. Another important point when you are working with millennials is that you have to make sure, and not just millennial clients but all kinds of bosses are like this. I've even experienced this, okay? But when you are a boss kasi, and you are paying people by the hour, remember that every second is accounted for. And if you would think about it, para each second is like another patak, okay? And so the tendency of entrepreneurs, especially when it's a remote work, is, especially if baguhan pa sa pagiging boss na remote work, we kind of get paranoid na, what if nag-Facebook lang siya? What if nag-Netflix lang siya? Am I really getting my money's worth? And so, if you would notice, like, some clients would get grouchy. Like, I feel like Judy is not really working, because my other tip is, before anything else, before your client asks you, for what you did for the day. Make sure that you are the one who is always updating the client na, hey, I did these things. Before anything else, always have a pre-shift and post-shift report. That's one of the important um, things, aside from like thinking about the time tracking. It's really because the underlying problem there is your clients need assurance that you are not cheating, diba? I mean, we're all like concerned with that. Have you always, I mean, has it crossed your mind that sometimes, let's say ikaw, if your boyfriend says that he's gonna be home at 6 p.m. and it's already 2 a.m., hindi ka ba mag-wild? I know that a lot of people here would say, oh, sana ka siya? Sana kaya siya? Or like, where is he? Or something like that, right? And also goes for the guys. And so clients are like that. If you go off like the entire day without reporting what is going to happen, I mean, what is happening, like what's the feedback, that's the tendency. Okay? So, and I guess because I will discuss this more in your last day. I'm going to discuss this more, by the way, because we have an entire session where I will talk about like how we will go about interviews and how we will go about like, you know, showing up, I guess, and, you know, showing up for the job and whatever. But I have like my last feedback is to always over communicate. Okay, millennial bosses are super like paranoid if they're not getting feedback from you. Like, I honestly on like, I'm like, a lot of my clients are on my Facebook or my WhatsApp, and it's so funny because sometimes when I'm talking to them, I'm feeling like I am an advice channel for teenage girls. Because sometimes these clients would send me a message like, Judy, is Anna okay? I sent her a message 5 minutes ago, but she did not reply. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I want you to understand that the name of the game for, you know, I guess keeping your client and making sure that you are successful in this industry is to over communicate to your client. If your client is looking for you and your client is chatting you on Messenger, reply. Okay, even if you're on vacation, it will not like it will not ruin your whole vacation if you just reply. Okay, and most importantly, if there is a job, my gosh, I really hate people who spam my, like, follow my YouTube channel. Okay, blocked. So, and another thing is, ang daming client, like for example, Judy, I just contacted Melissa on what's the update of the project. I know that we're supposed to talk at the end of the day, but I never heard from her, like, you know, for the past 2 hours. I'm so concerned. I'm like, also in my end, I do my very best to teach them, like, you know, to not be paranoid, but it's really like that. And so what I'm trying to say is, guys, please avoid ghosting your client. Like, hindi naman awol, but have you noticed, like, for example lang ha, let's say, and this has happened to me, actually, hindi lang to example, this has happened to me. A client of mine, sabi ko sa client, yeah, I can do this, I will do this, and I will submit it to you at the end of the day, something like that. Tapos, kasi, na-distract ako kasi I'm watching Netflix. Okay? Tapos, I'm watching Netflix, tapos akala ko na ang galing-galing ko naman, I can just do my job, tapos mag-Netflix ako. Okay lang yan. And then, it turns out na na-busy ako masyado sa Netflix kasi K-drama. So I cannot focus on my job kasi I have to watch the subtitles, right? Tapos I cannot stop watching the K-drama because it's just, ang gwapo lang talaga ni Yunbin. 'Di ba? Hindi ko talaga kaya. Let's say. So, ang ending nun is, naka ilang episode na ako. Naka 10 episodes na ako, let's say. Tapos, ang client, ang dami ng message like, Judy, are you done with the task? Judy, are you there? Can you send me the proposal? Actually, recent lang to. Actually, hindi task, proposal. Kasi na-promise ako na mag-send ako ng proposal about sa business partnership namin. Tapos ako, I can see the messages. I can see the messages sa phone ko, like, and I'm gonna say like, hindi ko lang i-open para hindi makita na scene. Hindi ko i-open para hindi ma-read. Pero actually, my God, tapos may message na ang client na, Judy, I really need the proposal now so that I can talk to my business partners about it. We're about to go into a meeting. And then ako, na-addict kasi ako sa Crash Landing on You. So ano, 'di ba? And it's the same with, it's really the same experience with so many VAs. Like, na-distract masyado because maybe yung friends came to the house, tapos nakipag-inuman. Tapos sabi, ay, mag-work ka lang dyan, tapos mag-inuman tayo. 'Di ba? Feeling mo, ay, ang galing-galing ko. Kaya kong uminom, tapos mag-work. Tapos, what happens? 'Di ba? Ang client, marami nang pinapagawa. Judy, are you done with the ano? Tapos ako busy sa tagay-tagay. So, ang nangyari, hindi ko na-submit kasi nakatulog. Kasi nakasukat tapos nakatulog. Tapos, in the morning, may message na super long ang client. I am so disappointed. I missed it. I was supposed to present it in the meeting. Tapos, hindi mo na-submit. Diba? So, what I'm trying to say is, if in case, no, meron din naman talaga mga valid reason na hindi pa tayo finish sa mga task. Like for example, akala mo, ang galing-galing mo, you can just finish it in 1 hour. Tapos hindi mo pala kaya, let's say. Make sure na hindi ka magpaka-hero and you tell your client, hi John, I know that I informed you earlier that I could do it in 1 hour, but it seems to me that this is harder than what I imagined. Maybe I will be done with this tomorrow. I'm really so sorry, but I'm gonna do my very best. Okay? Always communicate. If you're still doing a task, instead of like being parang, I'm not gonna touch my phone because what if makita na I seen it and then magalit siya. Talagang magalit siya because you're ghosting. Okay? Make sure to reply. And it's fine to say, I'm not yet done. It's fine to say, I'm still doing it. It's fine to say, can I have an extension? Just be frank. Do not overanalyze, guys. And just say it. Okay? So those are my top tips, especially that we are dealing with millennial clients. And I'm going to be discussing more. I'm going to be discussing more on that on the last day. Okay. So now let's proceed to the data entry na task. Okay. And okay. So with regards to data entry, I'm curious if I can share screen here. Can I share screen? I'm not sure. What's this? I cannot share screen pala. I think. So anyway, okay. So so that's my tip, okay, for handling clients. Also, I will be discussing like, more about all those other things. So what I want you to do right now is to proceed with entering the virtual assistant training na platform, which is virtualassistant.university. Everyone here, I believe, has access na, right? So I want you to go there and I want you to begin the first module, which is day 1. I've discussed like the introduction already. So I don't know. Let's look for Ursi. Are you there? So,
Hi.
Ursi. So that's my tip, okay, for
Late
handling
lagi na.
clients. Also, okay. Anyway, Ursi, I want you to find out like, ito. Wait lang ah. Sorry. I'm here on my Moodle app just to show you guys. Wait lang. Okay, day 1. So I want you to go to day 1. And that's the video, right? So if you play the video, I've actually done a similar thing, which is I did an introduction on the training. But what I would want you to do is to skip over all the introduction parts and to go to like, I don't know. Wait now. Let me look for the data entry task. Okay. Okay. So go to the training video. Yeah, please go to day 1 and then enroll me. Okay, guys, the button is there so that you will use it. So go and enroll me. No courses pa? Are you sure? Wait lang. Let me try my student access. Wait lang ha. Look. Oh my gosh, kuyawan ako. Okay, guys. Pwede ko po mag-share? How? I don't know. Ay, guys, I can share screen pala. Okay. I'll just discuss here na lang what data entry is. Okay? Can you see my screen now? It's so weird. Para, hulo, screenception. That's so scary. Okay. Okay, so anyway, I'm now sharing my screen. And what I would want you to do, actually, guys, andito naman. The courses are already here. So go to site home. This is just the same login as you guys have because I also have like a student access. Then go here. When you go to the video, you will see it here. You play it. Okay. Number. Okay. But I would prefer, because I already like discussed, you know, because this is also like day one of batch two. I would like it to proceed with, I think, let's go to wait lang. Ano ba yan? Okay. So maybe 2 hours and 16 minutes into it, that already talks about data mining. I would like you to play at 2 hours and 16 minutes, okay, or 2 hours and 15 minutes or something. It's already talking about data mining. I want you to proceed to learning that until the end of the video. Then after that, there's a lead generation quiz. I want you to proceed with answering the quiz. How do you do it? You just click on that, and then the quiz is not currently available. Ano to? Do the course. Why? Let's see what happened. Ay, wait. Ano to? Hala ha? Okay, what happened? Okay. Let me go back, guys. Kaloka. Okay. We will have to improve the... Ursi, are you there? Ursi,
Yes, ma'am.
what happened to the quiz?
Ma'am, the quiz will be available after the training.
After the training?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Like after right now?
No, after the training in the website. So when they done with the video, the quiz will be appear. Yeah.
Okay. So dapat
That's
explain. Give my employees with impact joy. So let's say, for example, this one. Okay. So I'm done. Let's see. Tapos, okay, I can do it. Okay, so you have to finish the videos, guys. Okay? And by the way, it would be advisable that you do this in your laptop so that um, you can do the task. Because after the lead generation quiz, you will attempt that, then you will proceed to doing that, and then after that, um, we will you will do the lead generation task. The lead generation task is pretty much you generating 100 leads. It's a requirement for this one. Don't worry, we're not using those leads. It's just really a practice. And it's also a way for us to see how quick you are and also like how dedicated you are. Because although it's a very easy task, but it's not like, I don't know, for those who are not determined and who don't like know how to focus on a task, it can prove quite challenging. So anyway, that ends today's session with me. That ends our live stream. I just wanted to continue to 2 hours and 15 minutes until the end. Maybe that's just like another 40 minutes for you. Then you do the quiz and then you do the activity. And the deadline of the activity, so literally you can actually go to sleep if you want to. The deadline of the activity is tomorrow tomorrow at 8 p.m. Okay? So tomorrow you will see, I won't be around, but Mimi and Ursi will be with you. Also, Ursi, please make sure that you make like a form wherein they will, submit the attendance. And then, guys, after this, since we're already done with the live stream, I guess you can also like comment on the video that you're still here. I guess that's proof enough. Oh yeah, and the winners for the last sharing of the live stream. Okay, we do have a winner. I have the name here. Thank you so much for reminding me. We have the winner of the 1,000 pesos. Wait lang. Saan ba yun? The winner is Michelle Galvez with 233 shares. Bongga, di ba? Grabe ka, Michelle. Congrats, Michelle. Okay, so yeah, and then please proceed with like sharing that you're still present and available. Okay, since this is now the end of the live stream. Okay. So congratulations to Michelle Galvez. We will send you the 1,000. Please reach out to Uralyn or Charlene in Slack. Give your phone number so that I can send it via GCash. Okay? So, oh, by the way, okay, before we go, does anybody have questions for today? Does anybody have like some feedback or questions about the live stream? Dito na lang yung attendance para. Okay, this quiz opened at 5 a.m. This quiz will close on 5 a.m. Ursi, can you change the setting of the quiz to expire at 8 p.m. June? Because okay. Well, pwede din naman. You do the quiz now. But, Ursi, maybe, because what if, some people want to sleep already. So maybe make the quiz expire at 8 p.m. But then also the activity. Guys, the activity is long, ha? So make sure the quiz is like just a portion of it. It's just really to refresh your memory about like what you are like about to watch about lead generation. But then for the activity, the actual activity, it's quite a long one. That's the reason why we can even like give you until 8 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? Where should we send the leads? You can send it via the website. Just follow the instructions there. But finish first. Finish first the quiz. What if the quiz will not appear after skipping at 2 hours and 15 minutes, ma'am? I actually tried it. Nag-skip ako to 2 hours and 15 minutes. Just finish the rest of the video, then it will allow you to, because the instructions are also already there on the video. So, and then it will allow you to proceed. No more Google form na lang siguro, Ursi? Dito na lang? Sa chat or what? Ursi, what do you want? Just wait for Ursi.
Yes, ma'am. Send ko na lang po.
Send mo sa Google
Link
form?
ng form. Pwede po. Sige po.
Okay. Sige. But also, in a way, your attendance will also be if you submitted the work and if you also did the quiz. Okay? We're not trying to be like super strict na parang Miss Minchin. But of course, we want to help you be more disciplined. When we don't have rules, you will not be disciplined. Yung sa activity po ba, kapag nasimulan na need pa matapos, or pwede continue bukas? Yeah, I believe you can. You can just continue. Mm-mm. Okay. For those who have problems with the login, kindly reach out to Ursi. URCY in Slack. Okay? All right. So with that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for being present. I really appreciate it. I will see you. Mimi and Ursi will be here for you from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll be back here by Friday. And guys, Mimi will be here because she will help if you have like some questions. Also, Ursi, okay? Okay. So you all have a great evening. You take care. Bye. Good night.